Hello, hello, welcome everyone. Happy Sunday. Yo, Gecko coming straight in there. Got ads. Well, we'll wait. At least we got no ads. Welcome in. I wasn't sure to stream tonight because I've literally just eaten food and it is very hot in here. Very hot. Happy Sunday. Yo, Gecko coming straight in there. Got ads. Shh, I can hear myself. YouTube, I don't know what goes on with the YouTube connection there, but okay. Welcome in. So I am potentially thinking of dropping my Sunday streams, but because I was away for Friday, here we are, speaking at Warhammer World. Fortunately, we didn't end up playing. We just kind of just went to look around. We went straight into Bugman's bar, and that is when I was opposite King, and he messaged me, was like, "Don't look, but the person to your left from Vanguard Tactics." Which is a Warhammer YouTube page. So you're obviously sitting and you're like, and I know he went across because he then I swear he went and sat to some lads behind us, and I thought, when you look at someone you think, I know who he is, and then the other Vanguard guy walked past the toilet, and he's walked past again, and I kind of smiled at him thinking, he probably doesn't remember that we have actually met before. So we didn't end up playing, but probably quite a good job because they looked like there was a big tournament. So we then, as we walked back through, we could then see one of the guys actually playing. So I think there was like a tournament or something going on. Yo, Skullback, welcome in. How are you doing? So we moved around the shop. We went into the exhibit, which has completely changed since I went November last year. So that was quite nice because I've done it once a year so far for the last 3 years. But it was really good fun. I didn't buy anything. There we go. If you shout out to what was that? Oh, let me go back as well. Fellow miniature painter. So I didn't buy anything, but I did purchase Primark, Vulcan Primark for King. He was like, "Oh, you get these here." And then look on the website and you can actually order them. But the Primarks, so some of them are like only available at Warhammer World, and there was only one left. And so I was like, "Look, we'll just get it." But I must admit, the prices at Warhammer World are bad. So for example, again, I saw that they had the Baneblade. It was like 120 quid. We then found in Molten Mowbray, for example, there was a little gaming shop. They were selling it for £106, and I know for my Baneblade, it was £95 from like another like independent place. So I did take a picture of all the Astra Militarum and stuff, so if you are wanting to go to Warhammer World to go on a spending spree, I will admit, chat, I wanted to buy the Adeptus, the priest, what was his name? Engine Seer. Yeah, anyway, something like that for my Baneblade. Why am I gone? Engine Seer. And how much was the other Warhammer website? Tech Priest in the Adeptus Mechanicus, Engine Seer. And I thought, I'm going to look on this Jadlam. So Jadlam website, they do free delivery. And I thought, don't they do free delivery? And it was still a couple of quid cheaper than buying it from Warhammer World. Bearing in mind, it's literally made and then wheeled. It's made there. There is such a markup. And there was a Sentinel I also wanted to go with this army. And I was like, they had one there. I was like, okay, like £30 odd, £35 or something. In the little Melton Mowbray shop, Dragon, what were they called? Dragon something. They were like £25. The markup at Warhammer World, I know I've been asked this before in the past, the markup is extortionate considering it is their place. You know, and it is mad to think, what's it called, Dragon? I remember the dragon. Black Dragon? It looks like Black Dragon Games. Shout out to Black Dragon Games in Molten Mowbray. It's beautiful. Like you walk in, they had, so we bought some more Pokemon cards, pitch black Pokemon cards. In perspective, they were £4.29 a pack. In Albion Games in Norwich, they were like £4.99, and they can get marked up. We've seen them for twice that. But Black Dragon Games, I did buy. Have I got it here? No, I put it in there. So I was tempted to buy a Sentinel, but as I had already purchased something at Warhammer World on Dreadlam, so I didn't. But I did buy some little cards to support Black Dragon Games. But there's something that I would have gone in if I hadn't bought the Tech Priest, because I didn't have one there. The Sentinel. So the markup is extortionate. I mean, I know we've all got to make a living in that, but the fact is it hasn't even got a transport anywhere. It's literally all made at Warhammer World. So it is just something to be aware of if you are ever going to make the trip to Warhammer World and think, yeah, obviously they have some things which are only available at Warhammer World, which is unfortunate. I did also then look to see, because sometimes they could, I don't know, maybe they won't make any money from it, or they don't want to, but I wanted to get something specific from Warhammer World. So like, I don't know, there was like little coins, and I thought, oh, I'll get one of them. They had like, they were from £10 plus, because then they were like gold plated, silver plated, or stuff like that, or they had a little tiny one which was like this big for like £2, and I thought none of them just said Warhammer World, because then I thought, oh, I could be like, get some like Warhammer World stuff and then maybe like do a giveaway. I thought, how cool would that have been? But they don't do anything. It's, I suppose it's not that kind of like place, but then you think, well, surely people make the pilgrimage. You go up by like Warhammer mugs or like Warhammer World. I mean, we've been there before, and there are literally people who were like from Germany have come over just to Warhammer World. I'm pretty sure we've had like the New Zealand people would come on their travels. So people do travel to Warhammer World, but you know, just like you're kind of missing a trick. But then that's me. Maybe they have tried this and it doesn't sell, because those who are going to Warhammer World, is it worth their shelf space? So that is the only downside of Warhammer World. It is hellishly expensive. But the exhibit was now, I think it was like £8. It's now £8.50, but it's still totally worth it because you can go in as many times as you like. Oh, I have got the tickets you get, which are quite cool. That's actually, they're in my book, my Creek book at the moment, which is downstairs. Some people from my gaming club by a week. Oh no way, were they there? Oh, and I missed, I put it on my story, and there was another fellow, I'll get his name correct before I actually say it out loud and question myself. He messaged me, was like, are you going on Sunday? Quip, there we go, Quip. I was like, no, unfortunately it's just the one day. So this chap was here. I have had the pleasure of meeting Quip before. Salute. I was like, I know you from Instagram. Ooh. Well, I've just seen an update from NukaCom. We sincere project for lack of communication since our last announcements. That was like June. As this is the debut of NukaCom, we have been working hard on scenes to establish a relationship within the Fallout community and build a convention that we hope will become something truly special. At the same time, our team has been working tirelessly on financing the convention's floor plan and managing all the other aspects of the event, accepting vendors, developing attractions, and working to secure guest appearances. This has also come during an extremely busy period for our team, having just delivered the Festival of the Falls. Okay, because I'm not going to lie. Oh, they sold 500 tickets so far. This is why people think NukaCon is a con, because it's like you haven't posted anything since June. Okay, so Quip is really good. He's a really fantastic chap. But it is worth it if you ever make it to Warhammer World. I mean, Bugman's Bar is quite pretty like standard for food prices, and it is really nice. So I had Philly, what do you call it? Like a cheesesteak sub, which is really nice. It's just like beef in a sub. King had meatball sub, but it was pork meatball. It's not beef meatball, which we thought it was. Well, it's going to be. But it was still really good, and we had some fries with it as well. So it came to like pretty normal prices, really. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but it wasn't like 30 something. Nothing too extortionate, which they could charge, you know. Ah, I just found, I found an arm, and I realised it's come from the side here. Oh, and we did also, which is still in King's car right now, because also if you go to like a Warhammer shop, you get like a model, and there's like model of the months. What was there? There's another diary, and I can't think what the other thing was. Or you can pick which one you wanted, and so as a push fit, you can twist off and push fit an orc. So you've both got an orc, and I'm going to have to start doing my Christmas ones to get them finished, because I want to put them all in like baubles, and they started last year, then I ran out of time, so I'm like, you know what, this is already August, this is something we need to do, well, I need to do. So I picked one up, they're actually still in the car, probably need to take them out the car, whereas they might stop warping, because it is very hot today. The fact is, I had work today, and I had to use my phone for a video call. Hour and a half, maybe, say. And then I thought, oh, that's working a bit slow. And at the end, it's because I had a warning saying your phone needs to cool down, and this was on charge, and it didn't. The charge didn't go up, and it was hot. So, but it was a really good time away. It was only like one night. That's why I didn't stream on Friday. I know I'm missing something. And it's a little place. If you've seen pictures of my little place, a really quirky place that we stayed at, was a boat. But it was a stagnant boat, meaning it no longer functions on water, which is really cool. So you had the whole place, it's on a sheep farm, really private, and then you had, so the showers you had downstairs, down by the ship, the shower was on the other side of the ship, and it's just literally like a wooden thing, and then you had like a little wooden power shower, and then it had a gap, so you could literally stand looking out across the field. I'm hoping that nobody was there doing the horses at the other end of the field, because if you were just conveniently, I mean, you'd have to have bloody binoculars to see, I'm sure, but if you were slightly taller lady, shall we say. That was really fun, and they had a big decking area that we sat out, and the sheep were roaming around, so you had the choice of keeping your car outside these. So you'd go through some metal gates, and then you could drive down to some wooden gates where this is an all open field, which didn't really clock until the sheep started congregating near the car, and it's like, we need to bring them into our gates. So the car doesn't get eaten, you know what I mean? But it was really good fun. There was a toilet on board. I mean, it was like, it does need some TLC, not gonna lie, it needs some TLC, the whole place, but to be fair, it's a boat that doesn't, it's gotta be really old. Like, it's literally, we arrived, and I thought, okay, I've got to open up these metal gates to get in, and then all of a sudden, I was like, oh, it's a couple of sheep, and they were like, meh. You know, and then all of a sudden there's a bloody herd of them. We're just like standing, luckily, in another field. I was like, oh my god. And I like to point out, chat, it wasn't till the night before that King turned round. Bearing in mind he found this place. Chat, he turned round. I was like, because the Airbnb person was like, oh, there could be an opportunity to do some lamb walking at an extra cost. I was like, oh my god, lamb walking? I thought this was Barnes lamb season. I didn't see any lambs. I was like, yeah, maybe that's an idea, you know, but we're like such and such like distance. Other plans first, like Warhammer World, we'll see. I mean, we didn't get to the place till like 6:30, 7. Anyway, so I said to King we could do lamb walking. This was the night before. At this point, he then turns around and tells me he's allergic to sheep. And I'm like, you are aware this is a sheep farm, mate. You found the listing. You found it. I was like, oh my god. So every ounce of me was like, when all these sheep come to say hello, to welcome me, I was like, I really just want to stroke them on their head because they look so cute and fluffy. And I was like, well, there was no sign that says do not pet the sheep. Every ounce of me, chat, was like, I'm gonna pet that dog. I was like, can I pet that dog? But I couldn't because running the risk that if I then pet a sheep and then go touch King is he could have a severe allergic reaction. Only if he touches the sheep, apparently. I was like, you're allergic to sheep, but found an Airbnb on a sheep farm. I was like, okay. Good job, I've got some allergy tablets with me. Oh dear. But it was really good fun, really unique. And then they had like the bedroom hatch, so it was at the back. So you have to kind of go through the main bit, then there's the little toilet, and then you got up a step to go into the bedroom bit. And they had the latch, I don't know what you call it, like a hatch, I suppose. And they left it open, and it was so lovely, chat, to be like, because it was so warm. It was starry. And I went to bed and I could see like the moon at one bit. And then I kept waking up during the night because I always do, you know, it was a new place. And I'd just go like, even though it's dark, chat, I'd go, oh, look up straight away thinking, is it still dark? And I just literally slept under the stars. It's perfect. Didn't feel cold. It was so nice. Yo, Tundra, welcome in. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, it was absolutely fabulous. Like, I've always wanted to do that, like sleep under the stars, but night actually really creeps me out. So even like if I'm in my garden, it just does. It's just one of them things since I was a kid. There you go. Tundra is also a Helldivers too is also a mini painter, I do believe. It was so lovely. And it's just so, you know, you're sitting there going, wow, this is absolutely, I'm looking up now, you can see like all the green dots behind me. I was just saying, so I went to bed and I could see the Big Dipper, and then to the left, I suppose, and then as I laid down, and then as there was one point where I woke up in the night and it's the Orion constellation, I was like, oh my god, it's that. It was really lovely. It was really lovely. What do we stay there again? It is a place you can only stay at in the summer because, like they say, like the shower is fully like open to the elements. It has got like a little roof bit to it, but you are in a field. You are aware, or you can see there's visible cracks in the wood. You know, there's cracks in the wood as well of the boat. It is old. Maybe. I think if they had a voucher to use, it's not so bad. The sofa wasn't that comfortable because it's a fold down bed if you wanted it. It's an experience, to put it that way, if I'm honest. I don't know if I would stay there again. It was different. I mean, there was no toaster either. You got no like milk or anything like that. There was like a little gas oven thing, so you wouldn't starve. There was a microwave. You could quite easily stay in there though. You could quite easily stay there for a couple of nights. Oh, is it 6 PM total eclipse? Is it 6 PM? I am working. No, I might have to be like, excuse me. I need to go out and see this. Oh, I do love it. Look, I would literally stay there again just to be able to sleep under the stars. It was so nice. But it was really weird at the same time to be like really snug and secure. Crazy like that. Everyone like that. Well, thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, look, 6 o'clock. I'm getting out of here to look at stuff. Yeah, on Wednesday I'm literally working until like 8. So I can completely miss it. Oh no, oh no. I'll have to try and remember, then I can just be like, I'm just gonna done that a little bit. That's slightly better. 7 PM. No. That's really annoying. I'm going to be working. I hadn't looked because I was, you know, when you're like, I don't want to be really highly disappointed. I did lay there and think, wow, can you imagine if it's like, you know, when you've got a lot of shooting stars going on? That'd be amazing. Because you're so cozy, you're just like in bed. It was like a massive, like, well, obviously it's a designed bed to fit in a ship where a bed shouldn't be. It was so cozy. But we were giggling because it was like, if you need the loo in the night, I said King's alright for him, he can aim, and he was like, doesn't quite work like that. I was like, oh, we're gonna wake each other up. I was like, go for a wee now and restrict fluids. That was quite fun showering because all the sheep were there under the shade, and then you hear them just barring. I thought they would keep me awake, but they didn't. Occasionally I woke up by them and I thought, oh my god. I took my earplugs but didn't actually need them. I thought, you know, being on a bloody sheep farm starts at 6 or 6:15. I'm gonna miss it. To be fair, I don't have a thing to like look at it, so I might have to wait until the pictures come out and be like, this is like the first in so many years or something stupid, just to be a pain in the bum. Halfway through building my third Squad of Cadence. Wow, have you painted all the other ones? I have got mine are still grey, which I built on stream last. I remember I had stayed at a place before which they had a telescope, and I was, oh my god. And so we took it out. There was something else that was happening that night, like a big something special moon just happened to work out that way, and we were allowed to take the, again it was kind of like a remote, a little barn. It was really cool, and you're allowed to take it out into the field. And, you know, you're like, don't break this, don't break this, don't break this, don't break this. Because you think a telescope. Not a little one, it's a proper well, not a proper one, obviously, like an observatory. But it's like, oh my god, don't break it, don't break it. Would definitely not be ours back. Can you imagine? No, we didn't take it out. Must have been the people before us. Oh, maybe you'll be able to see it, because I haven't looked to see, because I thought, no, Wednesday's not a good day. Like, can they reschedule it, please? I'm now not working on Thursday evening, so that would work so much better. Can we just contact NASA and then they can just shove the eclipse to the chat? I know that how that works, but it should be. It's good if you don't need to have like special glasses to see them. Next 20 years or so, I'll be like, let's all pray that Crazy doesn't end up having eye concerts on Wednesday. I'll be like, this is far more important. So it was a really good, like, little break. Never long enough, is it? Well, one night it's not particularly long enough. But it was so nice to then, like, we just had, because I thought, well, we're having a proper, like, big, I mean, to be fair, we didn't eat till, like, it was almost 3 actually, because I remember the ticket was 2:01. We had to wait a bit for food because it was full, because there was something going on at Warhammer World. And so we just had like little picnicky bits. And it was just so nice because there's no Wi-Fi either at this place that I stayed at, which we knew. Well, you kind of figured because you're in the middle of a bloody field, in just outside like Nottingham countryside. But it was just so nice. It still had like, miraculously, a lot of like phone signal, so you could access data. But it was just so nice to be able to sit there with my book that I bought from Warhammer World last time I went, which I don't have the time to read other than when I'm away. So never, as in relaxing time away. So that was really nice. I managed to read some. And just sit out on the deck, and it was really lovely. You literally sat out there, then they had like one of them solar panelled lights, and I was out there using one of them to read, and then it was like, okay, we're gonna get bitten now, I need to come back in. So that was really good. So it should have been at a Mephidius launch event, well, a Mephidius event, but fortunately that got cancelled. So well, I don't really want to like cancel completely as it's all booked off work, so we still went, which is lovely. This reminds me of Plant vs Zombies for sure. So I'm just working on my little men that go in here. And I'm thinking for next Sunday, because as I've been discussing with chat, I was going to do something special for, or I've been told to do something special for my 5 years streaming on Twitch. I have been on and off for personal reasons, and then I thought, oh, maybe I could come back and do it for like, keep it for next Sunday, and then do it as a GoFundMe, but for a friend who's got to wait a long time on the NHS for heart surgery, or pay 15 grand. But they were like, nah, don't want a GoFundMe, so I was like, oh, okay, fair enough, you know, if you change your mind, you have like a week to tell me, or whatever it was, 2 weeks. So I'll still do something on next Sunday as something that's sort of special. Now I have got quite a hectic week, so that might mean I might just not stream on Friday, simply because my week is now crazy that's coming up. Sounds mad. I have a day off, and I was like, oh, looking forward to tomorrow, having a day off tomorrow, because Monday is my official day off. So what I'm thinking, chat, is next Sunday to begin where it all started and heavily requested, is do a cooking stream, or could be a baking stream. So something from the Fallout cookbook, because that is like where initially all started from. And then, so I'll set up with the laptop. This all also depends on how hot it is as well. And then I will BRB, then come back up here, and then we might play a little bit of Fallout as well, because kind of be like where it all started, and then either build. I want to kind of keep an eye and see how hot it is or whatever. Build, paint a model. Maybe I have got Swan, and he is a big boy. Where is he? From Fallout. I mean, I could build him before because he is resin, so I'll need to wash him and then prime him. He's big, so we could either, that'll be his actual size, start painting him on stream instead, because I was going to get some of the busts from Mephidius, but then I was like, I have got quite a lot of other models that need assistance, shall we say. So I'm quite contemplating just one of them, and then I could either link in, and so I could do that, or I had the mechanist as well I could possibly do on stream, so it's, I could still maybe then wear my helmet if I did the mechanist. But also that will depend on the heat, because if it's anything like right now, I am not going to be painting the whole time wearing a helmet, because that's just not safe, because I'm currently really sweating right now. That's where I'm at. Or I have got Warhammer I might bring out, Yarrick to do. It's a little bit of everything. This is what I'm thinking, chat. A little bit of everything. So we're starting off with, like, I thought maybe doing Viper's soda bread. Oh, that's not need to be painted, does it? Which I absolutely love. So we might do that. I would do perfectly preserved pie, but you need to chill it in the fridge, and you know, just something which is full as. So take it right back to what I used to do. Reasons why I haven't brought it back is because there is no evening that would suit that. Maybe a Sunday, but it's a little bit more difficult. So that's what we're going to do. So that will be next Sunday. It'll be a different sort of time. I'm not quite sure what time to set it as. I have booked the whole day off so I can prepare, etc. But I will update. So we're going to have like a little back to what we used to do. Make pipe of soda bread. Either jump on playing some Fallout and then some painting. We'll see. So I'm not quite decided yet on what time this is going to start. Because it technically will be 5 years. I think it's 5 years, chat said. Okay, for my affiliate. So I got my affiliate really quickly, so you know, all thanks to you guys. So it'll be fun. I'll try to think of other things to do in the meantime, but I think that will be really good. That's why I thought about, oh, I could get something and do it like, this is from Warhammer World, etc. But I was like, they don't actually do it. Or even like a pen, you know, or a pencil. They're typical, like, you know, you guys at the zoo, there's always like a rubber, a pencil with the name of the zoo on it. There's nothing. Highly disappointed in this Games Workshop. Do I batch paint them? I could batch paint them. So you're definitely not stuck in there, mate. So watch your space. Watch your space, basically, and I will keep you posted. So it all depends on the weather. I think it's actually going to be a bit cooler next weekend, so that will also determine what we end up doing. But it's often requested that we don't bring back the cooking, so we are. That's what I'm gonna do. Because originally it was like, chat was like, wear a helmet and then paint a Mephidius, one of the Fallout Mephidius busts. So I was like, that is a great challenge. But the more it's now like, the weather is really hot again. I'm like, I'm really not keen to work, because there was some I could, like my Nucotron, I could potentially wear that helmet and paint, but if it is going to be really super hot, I mean, it might not be, but you kind of want to, you know, not let myself ill. See what I jump on and play. I was also then going to actually look to see what the Fallout 76 raid map is actually, because then that will determine further. Or is it? What does it say? Raid map. Just have a little yawn there. It'll be double mutations of Gold Rush, so Or I'll just stick to do it, bake something, and then just jump straight on, and then paint. Could start painting Swan, could paint Swan for that whole session, or we also then mix up and do a little bit of Warhammer. Depends on how I'm sort of feeling. I'll have Yarrick ready. To be fair, we could just build him. We could just build him on stream, to be fair. It won't take that long, but he might be a build and paint. I'll have to have a look at it. Yo, Gondis, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Let me just give you shout out. So I'll release more details on my Discord at some point within the next week. So if I'm doing it quite heavily Fallout based, I might not actually stream on Friday because I'm pretty busy all next week. So I may just have the evening off and be like, there'll be no stream because then I'll be doing lots of Fallout stuff on the Sunday. Hello there. Sorry, excuse me. We have another fellow miniature painter. I thought I'd wait until it come through. I did have the pleasure of meeting Gondas at UKGE. UKGE? Where'd that come from? Properly this time, properly, right? Whereas even before I was in my power armor. Alrighty, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. I am just really tired. As you can tell, it's hot. I mean, everyone's complaining it's hot, right? It's quite excessively today. I was thinking about I need to then start looking at going to UKGE or something like that next year. But everything's kind of like, okay, calm down crazy, you've just been away, and then I was like, oh, I've got like a month before I go away again. Very excited about that. I'll just have to go and get some currency, which is annoying. I actually have to go. My town no longer has a functioning post office that does currency, so I have to go somewhere else to get it. And hopefully going to Salute again next year because that was really good. Batch paint it. I want to get up north for this reason. 21! Really? My work, I must admit, was like 30.7. I was like, by the afternoon, it was by 5:15, and I thought, that feels a lot hotter in here than 30 degrees. It's like, great, this feels a lot hotter. I was just up north. I was at Warhammer World on Friday. Yo, Maze! Welcome, how you doing? Another fantastic streamer has entered. How's it doing? Good, thanks. How are you doing? I think you stream? Well, I know you from stream. You do. I've had this conversation multiple times. Right, ready or not. There we go. Do stream. I occasionally do that. My brain goes, no, crazy. But I mean, the clue is in their name that they do miniatures, right? finally got around to having food. Oh, nice, nice. What are you having? I ate about an hour ago myself. Hate to break to you, but it's that. Oh, it depends. Technically, it's Midlands, right? It's the middle. Maybe don't tell any Northampton person that. Not Northampton. Nottingham. Don't tell any Nottingham person that. I just called it the wrong place. I haven't seen in a while. Not however long, so I totally get that, totally get that. I think I am going to be dropping my Sunday streams because your girl needs a break. And I also want to get back into content creating. I need a break. Apart from, I'm only streaming tonight because I wasn't here on Friday because that was at Warhammer World. This way. High protein meat feast pasta. Nice. High protein. Oh, I made toad in a hole as it was requested. I was like, oh my god. It's in 30 degree heat, I made a toad in a hole. Oh. I was like, I could bake something. I was like, no, I've still got brownies left over to eat from when I made them before I went away. And I was like, no. So I have to wait for the oven. Add stream. And I was like, no, it's too hot. I have to wait. In a week or two. I'm going my next break, so I've just been away. In the next week or two, I am just working. Then in 5 weeks' time, I guess it is. It's not quite a month. I am off on a cruise. That is my next designated time off. Would you like to ride my rocket? Yo, BC, welcome in. How are you doing? So I'm very excited about that. I just need to go and get me Norwegian krona. That's what we're working on today. Just working on, I've got plenty of these little men to do. It's my other name, it's just escaped me. The truck. I've got hippogriff, that is not a hippogriff. SV. The name has escaped me right now. I have one chap done. So he's going to look like the Krieg. Hang on. Right, I'm back. Oh, I can't feel it's cool. For the 1924, I'll be working the rock and roll circus in Norwich. The rock and roll circus, no way. That sounds quite fun. Of August. There we go. I couldn't think what it was called. I was like, yep. This thing, my mind has gone blank. I was like, a hippogriff. It is not. I don't really know why I'm bothering to paint his bum. Because he's going to be sat down. And I've only just noticed this. Well, he's now got a painted bum that nobody's going to see because he's going to be glued down. Alrighty then. Or maybe it won't glue him down. rock and roll McDonald's. Yes. The troops out of my soldier have been replaced by Forge World. Oh, man, Stubber. Can you still play with that in game, or have you just be like, that's just for fun? Well, this bloke's arm doesn't make much sense. Okay, we're just gonna make this up. Okay, I'm gonna make this up. Oh, I did actually venture into Nottingham to go to a... how the hell do you drive around Nottingham? I do not know. I mean, to find a car park that was open and not confusing, it was just like, why is... this was never like this before. But we did go to a place called Critical Hit as well. We sell a lot of Pokemon cards, and then I bought some Fallout Tub Ducks. I have got 2, I think, which some people bought me. And I thought, well, they have one of a duck, which I don't think I have, but then I saw they had 3 of the series ones, and I was like, ooh. And then I look see on Tubs that they do the 3 for like 30 quid. I was like, I'm gonna say 15 quid. Then you think then you got postage, and actually I was helping an independent shop, and I think they are miniatures, because you can get miniature ones and big actual size ducks. And I was like, it sounds more like a non-miniature. I'm going to tell myself that. This is artistic choice. No diff to norms. At least you can make them. That's what I think. Like, there were some of the models I was just like, oh my god, I'd really like just to have to paint and to build. Dang it, the gun got stuck. It's all like the detail, like, is it going to pick up inside? I think you're not going to necessarily see, but it's like this guy's bum. They're all sitting. In fact, I could just blue tack them down. So if you ever think, if I ever come to sell them, or like I want to change something about it, they can be stuck down. This dude obviously will be fully stuck because he is half sticking out of the turret. Oh, his bit actually comes out as well. I kept it like that, so when he's up like this, I could technically then be like, can move it. Be really delicate now. Just flashed up everywhere there. Right, test gold. Extreme element. It seems such like a good idea to assemble first. Oh, I was going to look at. Well, let me have a look at something. I think that's a moth. or something bug just flew in front of my face. To be fair, this morning I was like, yeah. I was like asleep, yeah, I was awake quite early, and then I was like, oh my god, I can hear a buzzing, and I kept hearing this buzzing. I was like, fuck's sake, I must be coming to bedroom. It was like, what time was it then? But 7 in the morning. I think it's that one. I was just. No, it's not there. This one? I was having seen something. Oh, it's not. It's not even on there. Oh, I'm really surprised at that. There we go. Sorry, I was just looking something up. I've been meaning to check something today. You know, I just feel like being nosy on some news. I suppose I did have quite a bit of a shock. So before the wasp had woken me up, I was awake anyway, because I was like, I need to get ready anyway. A wasp was rude. How rude is that? Wasp coming in that time in the morning, and I was like, oh for fuck's sake! And it did eventually fly back out the window, which I was quite pleased about. But like when I was awake at like 5:30 this morning, I saw that my sister had messaged. There had been some epic crash outside. It's not really a crash. Drunken driver outside her home. 1 in the morning. And I just thought, has there been any other news? Like a pretty. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been. Someone could have died. And realistically, it could have been my family who could have died in it, to be honest. Let's not beat around the bush here. Yes, horrendously drunk person. Picture of the scene. So they live on, you know, they've got houses, like all connected joints, sort of semi together. Cars on either side, 1 o'clock in the morning. Drunken person, whatever speed they were doing, I hope that this is the type of person, if you're going to drink drive, if you're going to speed, your license should be, you should be lifetime ban. It should be lifetime ban from driving. They crashed into a 4x4. This is at night, everything is parked, everyone's gone to bed, you know. They smashed into, although rammed is probably the word. They lost control, hit this is an Audi, that apparently hit a 4x4 that shunted 3 houses down because they hit it that much. It then, the drunk driver then took out, well, hit 5 other cars, took damage to 5 other cars, 4 other cars, 5 other cars, hit a silver car. Well, before it did that, it flipped, so it rammed his car, not on purpose. They were drunk. They hit this 4x4, took out some other cars, and then flipped over into a silver car, which is written off. The silver car was awake at the time, changing their newborn's nappy. The car is now written off. If it wasn't for the silver car, the drunk driver would have ended up in my sister's living room, because their living room's at the front. I mean, they have a little wall, they all have like little wall, but it would have ploughed in. And you don't want to think what could have happened, because sometimes family members sleep down on the sofa. If they were sat watching telly, they would have died, because they would have just gone straight through. And the police also said, got family down there visiting at the moment, because it was my nephew's baptism, but I was booked to go up to Nottingham anyway, but since it's all kind of last minute, miraculously, where my dad had parked, just behind where this silver car, this car had ended up with another car basically on it. The police have said, you are a meter out of this car hitting you. How it didn't take out my dad's car. So my dad was like, we would have had to phone you because it would have taken his car out. I would have to go and get them, and I'd be like, I'd have to come and get you like Monday, which is my nephew's birthday, and it didn't hit my sister's car, which was parked a few doors down, because none of them have driveways. So yeah, that was pretty insane. So don't drink and drive, because yeah. One person, the passenger, got out. Well, they had to have help to get out of the upside down car. They ran off basically before the police could take their name, and they were like, well, we don't know who they are. But a neighbour had cleverly picked up the phones which had landed on the floor and gone to the police. Might not know who their name are, but we have their mobile phones. The driver had to be stretched. They take them out on the stretcher because that car had flipped over. But the police are like, they were very lucky. If that silver car wasn't there, that could have trashed their house. So they were very lucky in that respect. I don't think that goes around that far. Sounds great. So I think they're very lucky. So I was just saying, I'd be very interested to see if the driver, it probably just gets a slap on the wrist and walk away. And you think what they should do is they should be banned and have to pay for everybody's cars to get sorted. They get the bit front. I hope so too. But you know what this country's like. Don't do that, and they walk away. But the fact is, it could have been a lot worse. They could have had. I don't know if this happened during the day, if that young family had come back late at night, or just happened to be in the car at the same time. It's awful. They could have hit a pedestrian. It could have been a lot worse. So they're very lucky. Relax, because the nephew got baptised. Someone's looking down on them. I thought I'm lucky because if I'd gone down, that could have been my car taken out. You think, Jesus Christ. You know how insurance work, really slow and don't want to put out, and if they're drunk, I think you'd want to take them to court, basically. If everybody just banged together and just take them to court. They should have their licence taken from them. Ban for life. And the passengers have been fair. It's ridiculous. The fact is that they tried to run away. They managed to get out of the upside down car. Like Dad said, when the recovery truck come, it had to come down, pick it up upside down, put it back, and reverse back into a crossroads. Like there's only, you know, like between different housing bits. To then put it on the road in the middle of the crossroads, to turn it upside down to put it back on the lorry. I mean, it's like, because there was no room for anything else. They can't do it there. So yeah, that could have been a lot worse. A lot worse. Really, the situation to be in. It's terrible, isn't it? I mean, they need to move house anyway, so this will make them more inclined to move. Well, at least your house isn't ploughed into, which will stop you from moving. Well, it's just a feature. It's just a drunk driver in their car. It's just a feature. Obviously, it's just a freak thing to happen. But they really should be like banned for life. They should be made to pay for all them cars, not the people having to claim on their insurance. It's not like they had a heart attack at the wheel and died, you know, you kind of, or like had a heart attack at the wheel. It's a little, you can't really stop that, can you? But drinking? Apparently the neighbours were all said that you could smell the alcohol. That's how bad we're talking. There's surely got to be a lifetime ban, but I suppose they didn't kill anyone, so... Definitely should have their license revoked. So that was exciting. I thought, thank God I didn't go down, because that could have been my god. I don't, you know what I mean? You do think, oh my god. So I should never drive under the influence. The fact is the other person managed to like get up and walk away is unscathed is a miracle. No worries, thank you so much for the lurk. Yeah, all is good. But I do have some news chat, some positive I can probably actually share now. That well, niece or nephew number 3 is loading. Because my sister's having another baby. I did say it to someone the other day. I was like, "Oh, baby number 3 is loading." I was like, "No, not me, my sister." Oh, they thought it was my. I thought they thought I was going to say it was me. I was like, "No, sorry." I was like, "He won't be auntie, you know, friend auntie." The look of sheer disappointment. Oh. So that's all very exciting. Right. So number 1 done. Yeah, it's all literally been happening. And the other arm is over there. I purposely kept his arm off because then you need to stick it down. So his arm, which is here, because it's the only one that I painted it separately, so that I know exactly where to put his hands to attach it to the gun. I can't decide what to paint first on this guy. Oh, he's got a shoulder pad, an elbow pad on him. God, it took me to get the sand colour on him. And there's some diary. I think I went with black on the base because I wasn't sure to do it blue like what he stands on, but I did go for like in the end. Because then it looks a bit more like he's in the shadow at least. Yo, Musty M, welcome in. How are you doing? Do you think that is different to... I think he's got a shorter one on. I made them all long on purpose. Oh, you're half a body. Oh yeah, so he's gonna be... So there's a bit of blue. And it goes blue Zandari belt. Whereas... to go straight down. Probably because he is a gunman. Kind of gets to the point where you're just like, I've got to paint over this anyway. What does with me anyway? Yo, Jammy Jam as well. How are you doing? How was Hamad? Hamad was really good, thank you. I really enjoyed it. They didn't end up playing, which was quite good because there was a tournament or something that was going on, which wasn't on their schedule, but it was busy. Where's this up video in the little time to read it yet? Oh, because I went on to find Quip's a fellow miniature painter page to show, and then I saw their post. A bit like, you literally haven't posted for like 2 months. Basically saying, oh, they've been too busy organising of other, like, reaching out to all the Fallout community, and it's like, we know how that went at the start, didn't we? But it's good, it's good. At least if they're moving forward with it and actually, you know, going to actually be a legit thing. I sold 500 tickets apparently. And they said they've been, you know, taking the time to try and get guest speakers and vendors. It's like, oh, you probably need a bit more of an established, trusting thing, as we will try to explain to them. Glad to hear it was fun times. Just have to see you guys escapes. This sheep base, just about. And I was saying to chat, it was only the night before when the Airbnb messaged and was like, oh, you know, you might have a chance to do some lamb walking, additional cost. I was like, oh my god, how exciting! So only at that point did King tell me that he is allergic to sheep. He was the one to find said accommodation. Knew it was on a sheep farm. I was like, oh my god. So I couldn't pet the sheep. So that picture I shared with all the sheep, it was like at one of the gates you had to open. And I was like, oh my god, every ant to me wants to scratch their heads and be like sheepies. But I was like, I can't. Well, I could have done. Someone probably would have to end up going to hospital. Not my problem. You wanted to book a place that's on a sheep farm, and you're allergic to sheep. So Sounds like a you problem. He's like, only when I touch him. I was like, that means I can't touch the sheep. He said, no, it's only when I touch him. I was like, we all know what this will mean. Right, I'll go touch sheep. I then pick a bag up. I put my hand on the side and he touches it and that's it. He just blows up and I'm like, it's not worth me touching the sheep. It's not worth me enjoying myself by, you know, petting the sheep. I was like, fine. But it was really good fun. They were literally all around me when I then had a shower. I was like, okay. But that was really good fun. Definitely worth if you've never been. Surprise sheep, silent kill. And it was so funny because you could like go on like these gates, so you have to go in the metal gate first. And that's when they all just sort of descended. They were on like in a different separate field, and they were like proper really excited. I was like, oh my god, I'm being greeted by all these sheep. I think this is my dead one actually. And I didn't realise that this other field was open until you go down to other wooden gates. I'm like, I'll just leave the car out. That's only when we're settled and we looked and there was a sheep. You could describe it as almost like a horror kind of thing because it just stood staring. Literally on the back bumper of the car, it just stared. We're like, okay. And then another one popped up on the side of the car and another one. And then I don't know, it looked like it was licking the car. And so King was like, put his alarm on, put his alarm off. It's flashing in its face and it's like, am I bothered? Face bothered? So you had the option, and we looked and thought, oh, the car's going to fit in that gap. So we did decide to open the wooden gates to bring the car back to protect her from the sheep, because the little boat that I stayed on had no wonder why they got a different section, so the sheep don't attack your car, eat your car. Someone in the comments was like, you want to bring your car in. Yeah. They go, oh, there's so. You know when you read the comments, like, oh, there's a lot of sheep poo. I had to break it to you, but you have booked on a sheep farm. Where is it? If you haven't seen, this is what greeted. They were. Look how cute! Look how fluffy! And I was like, I can't even scratch your head. So many sheeps, and this was the place. So this was like the decking bit at the side. That is the hatch to the bedroom. So your feet are up this end, and your head is that end. And then you literally have your head there, or feet up that end, head this end. And then you have the toilet there, and then you have the living bit. And then the shower is this bit here. The archy bit. That was really nice. And they had the hatch open at night, and we literally slept under the stars. Here you go. This is the shower. True content crowd coming out here. There's the shower. Oh, I haven't gone through this video. And this is what the view was. And in the morning, there was all sheep there. And under that hedge. And this was the view from the shower. So the roof does slant. And this is the decking. Really, really nice. A massive, like, canopy decking. Which I sat reading my Warhammer book. And then this was inside. So you take that bit out, obviously. That's the decking. All to yourself, this is all private. If you want to give some sheep head scratches. Here, me and family have a small flock of oh my god, it's not them, is it? They don't own an Airbnb like near Nottingham, do they? I was like, sheep, but I can't. I can't. That's awesome. He deprived me of my sheep. I didn't do lamb walking anyway, because it was late anyway. To a DVD selection. That was the most uncomfortable sofa. So the toilet is literally there. And the tiny little sink. And this is the bed, so you put your feet there. And then you come up to the hatch. There we go. And then you've got not going to focus. Vault Boy and Scabby. Beady eyes upon you there. That makes them a giant shut. They would. Maybe that's what they were bleating about. At the poop deck. And then there's Scabby and Vault Boy relaxing from up top. Oh, then this was what I was reading at sunset. It was really good. It was really good fun. Oh, I tried to take a Titanic picture. Oh, Vault Boy. And that was the view when you lay in bed looking up in the morning. It was really nice. And then these were the sheep that were keeping me company whilst I showered in the morning. And then there was some cheeky sheep down below. Blending in. They're waiting for you to go. You're tired. I think that they were. Here we go. Shower. Sheep! Horses were then over there. And more sheep. That's one more word. And then we made it to the pork pie shop. And I've discovered a statue that I didn't know existed around the corner because the car park was full, and there's a Stormcast Eternal statue which I'd not seen before. That was pretty good fun. And the obligatory outside photo. That's the coolest ever. It was so cool, right? That's a picture of the Primarchs. What you can buy. Narrow Wales, where should we be? It's true. Oh, and then for price comparison, as I was saying, the Baneblade, don't buy anything from Warhammer, it's really expensive. £120 for a Baneblade. You could at least definitely get that 20 quid cheaper at your local game shop. And then you've got, what else have I got? The Sentinel, how much was that? £29.50, right? And in, what do I call Black Dragon and Melton Mowbray, they were selling one for about 25. Hippogriff, 38, I can't see what that was. Roggle Dawn, I think that says 63. So you've got some stuff which is only available. Which I was like, oh, I was tempted, but I was like, I actually don't want them. Chimera, 40. So I took a picture of that just to, so Cadians for example, Cadians, £32.50. So they do mark up quite a bit. There is Vault Boy and Scabby tucking into food. Oh, some creamy boys here. You know what? I've never actually been to Wales. One part of the UK I've not actually been, technically I've not actually been to Northern Ireland either. Oh, this was sick. This is I'm not going to give too much away here because the exhibition has, well, we're not going to focus anyway, has changed since I last went. They still had a really epic one in the middle, which was like Bone Reapers. There's some Daughters of Cain, and then they've still got their Lord of the Rings. Got my vote for A5. See, 120. I think mine was, I'd say like 95. I think we got like 10% or some extra money off it anyway. On top of that. But 100, you see what I mean? Like 120 quid. This is my favourite. I find this every year. It was in a different location this time. Garden of Jungle. The picture doesn't do it because it was really hard to take a picture because obviously it's glass, but it was like in the middle of the glass doors, so I was like, I can't even take a decent picture. Horus for you, for Warhammer people. So you can't actually take pictures. I mean, you can't actually take videos in this exhibit bit. But honestly, it was so good. Oh, the detail. I took a picture of this because the detail. This is what you can go and see. And they have still got the massive diorama, which would take 9 months, I think it was, to build with a massive team. So you can still find the assassin, but we didn't bother to find the assassin because we can never find the assassin. Because knowing if you do go to Warhammer World, it has to be within reach for someone in a wheelchair. So it has to be at arm's reach, and realistically it's either going to be at the top before the stairs, or realistically it's going to be down the bottom bit. But to put in perspective, it could be anywhere, and it could be a hand sticking out, or the whole load of tanks. Like every single makeup. I love this because they're having a barbecue, and I was like, I want one. Lord Marshal Dreer, because I know somebody we raided into, and then they were like, they really want to get a Lord Marshal Dreer, and I was like, Lord Marshal Dreer is actually better. Oh, I love this stopper. Is now better in this new edition. The Heavy Metal Paint team are incredible. Some of these, oh, and they do have. This is the biggest and most expensive piece of Warhammer. Honestly, I love all the Kriegy stuff because I tried to take some funky. I will post all of these as well. And then Scabby found some Necrons! There's Fort Boy attempting to paint. Because Scabby and him made the little orc. But because Scabby can't really, that's the orc, can't really paint, so Fort Boy attempted, and then we're like, actually this needs to be primed because the paint wasn't really. And they are all Warhammer World. The boys. They did come back, I didn't leave them there. And then yours truly at Warhammer World. What's glowing? Well, I did see some funky Fallout stuff. So these were in game. These were busts. T60 helmet busts. And I was like, oh. I didn't really like them. And the boxes were very, like, really battered. And they were like charging 30 quid. I was like. And then you had this. And I thought, I've never seen that before. But I had bought the ducks. Which are here. Because they're the Fallout series ones. I thought, well, if I don't like them, I'm going to sell them. So yeah, that was my my trip. My trip. But that's the one thing with Warhammer World, it is just expensive. Like I say, the markup, Jadlam. For example, on Jadlam, how much was that Astra Militarum? Their Tech Priest, it was still a couple of quid cheaper if I ordered it on Jadlam. So I have got my Tech Priest coming, my engine seer. So Jadlam I could highly recommend if in UK because they do free delivery. So, and I thought, god damn, I could have bought a Sentinel because that's currently $23.80. What they were sending it for, like 30 quid. Oh, okay, so Jadlam. Okay, one is sold out. Must be the old version of the Baneblade. The new Baneblade. Okay, because I knew they've re-upped it. So they are selling 102. So you could go and buy a Baneblade, for example. I'm just picking on the Baneblade because everybody knows the Baneblade, right? It's a massive tank. £120, which is crossed out, which is on Jadlam. 102 on Jadlam. There was one for 97.50. I mean, you can buy it so much cheaper. What's that one? For example, Wayland Games is probably about the same, 100. I did see, I'm not gonna lie, I did see how much actually before I Funko. So when we went into Nottingham to go to this little critical hit Pokemon shop, I did see some Fallout. They had only like one Lucy Fallout pop, and that's where I bought the ducks from. Okay, so they were selling a Lucy pop figure, because there are 2 Lucy pop figures now, £25, and I thought, oh, that's very steep, because she is not £25. She is not a chase. The chase ones you could expect to spend 25 to pay on Vinted. But anyway, I got distracted. Wayland, oh no. Fallout Ducks! Love it, love it. The Beyblades are cool and all, but the issue I have with them is the lack of turret size, and that is a kit purchased too soon to be free. Oh really? I thought the turrets. I have pieces down there. I think pieces everywhere. So I did want to just do 2, the Shadow Sword and the Baneblade, but now I'm like, maybe I should have done them a bit differently. But I do like them. I don't want Funkos, we want Baneblade. I'm just trying to price comparison here. Baneblade is £96 on Wayland Games. 20% off. Top tip, if you really want to get something special for Warhammer World, go for it. So like the Primarch, he's £86, but I know on their website he's £86, and you shouldn't be able to buy him anywhere else. No, but you can't. So you can see why. But when you are literally going to start going, I'm going to charge you like a £20 more, or like pounds more. We're not talking about £1, we're talking quite a significant difference. So I just sat there at the Warhammer table while making the orc. I just went on Jadlam and went, oh, I just ordered my engines here. Free postage. If I had to pay for postage, I would have bought it just there and then, because I was like, technically, you have to pay like £4 postage. I might as well buy it from Warhammer World. So I don't understand the markup why they do it so ridiculously high. Cheers, man. But like for a bit, we want to make sure. Past off, bro, great. No worries. Thank you so much, Random Arizona, dude. Another fabulous streamer in chat right now. There we go. There we go. It's not worked. You're the honoured. Welcome in. Hello, hello. How are you doing? If you're wanting a few third-party stores for Element Games and Firestorm Games. Element Games. Oh, take Firestorm Games. Where are the Firestorm Games? Jadlam are also good. I can type them into chat. Or Wayland. Jadlam. Element Games. They're generally quite good, aren't they? As well. Jadlam. Sometimes Goblin Gaming can have them. What's the other one? Oh, I can see the logo. My go-to are literally, I feel like, check the website. Now it's Jadlam, Wayland Games, Goblin Gaming, I think, and Beanie Games. Beanie Games. And also, if you have Top Cashback or Quidco, generally put Top Cashback, you can get a little bit back on them as well. It's all good to know. So boycott shop by shopping at Warhammer. Please don't. Please don't cancel me, Warhammer. I don't understand it, because it's there. You have, and then I guess they know people go there to say I bought this at Warhammer World, but 20 quid markup is quite significant when they've literally just got to wheel it around. Okay, it's pretty that simple. They probably van it around, but it hasn't got very far to go. And you think, well, how can a little independent store, so like, for example, this Black Dragon Gaming, I didn't have a Baneblade, so I couldn't tell you the price. But I know their Sentinel, they were still under the price of what Warhammer was. So how can an independent shop sell it far less than what Warhammer Games Workshop do? Coming from the motherland. It blows my mind. Through the website you can understand, because everybody knows whenever you book direct, pay direct through whoever, you never get a good deal. Whether it's your holiday, whether it's clothing, you never book direct, do we? We all know this. We all know this. It's mad. I do love Fallout ducks. I have many. Are they little small? Because I didn't know such Fallout ones existed. Oh, I need the Fallout one. I think I've got the T51, which is a special thing, and I know I've got the new Power Armor one. I believe that's the ones that the two I have been bought. And I saw these 3 ducks, and they had the Vault Girl duck, and I was pretty sure I have one other duck, which I think my brother-in-law bought me. But I've never had an interest to collect. That sounds really rude, but I don't. Not rude, but like I never. Because then you know this is a very dark place to go down and collecting. So I have said, you know, if people like to buy me anything like presents, and said, look at these ducks, and you can buy me the other ones to match the whole set, you know. And then I see these 3, and I was like, do I? Don't I? I was like, you know what? I'll just buy them. I don't mind buying it from a little independent shop. So now I have 5 or 6 ducks. I've got, actually can't remember. I think I have got 3 rubber duckies. Pretty sure I've got Vault Boy. I'm sure it's the Vault Boy duck. I think I've got. So they're like added to the collection. Because you can get the mini ones. I was looking, you get the mini ones or full size ducks. So I didn't know there was even the series ones of. Nor have I remember seeing them like out in the wild before. I think it was only once in oh, there's a massive, is it Forbidden Planet in London? I think I've seen like the Vault Girl one. That's like the only place I've seen these Fallout ducks out in the wild. So I was like, take my money. Some people just don't know the cost of things to pay. Whatever, that's true. Especially if you've travelled in from like abroad and you're just going to buy. Which is harsh, obviously, if you want to buy it when you're in Warhammer World. No one's stopping you. Obviously, it's quite nice to say that, oh, I bought this at Warhammer World. Because it's a unique place, right? It's a unique place. If you have yours on hand, have a look on Discord later and check out mine, the turret. Oh, scratch built. Oh, okay. Much bigger. Turrets. What annoys me is the, is it a Regal Dawn? They've left a hole in it on the bottom. And I'm like, sorry, are we on a plastic shortage? I mean, I know no one's going to see it, but if the Baneblade, the big ass tank, has got a solid bottom. Just saying. These Wayland or Goblin Gaming, they're good, aren't they? Right? So the Firestorm one and Element Games, I do kind of like, and there's Dark Sphere as well. I started into the store in Cardiff. It's a massive. Oh, nice, nice. Wow, he has that mysterious way as well. Everyone, this is true. Just nod and agree. I'll be like. It's also good to check out your independent little shops as well. It's amazing, like how much cheaper they can be. I can't remember what colour I did the boots. I've got one somewhere who is complete. That was on the bottom. Hell yeah! You know what I mean? We like the base that's in it, you know. A solid bottom is what we want. They should have a solid bottom for the money they charge. I mean, that is true. If a Baneblade can have a solid bottom, why can't the Regal Dawn? For the money they are charging. It's an incomplete model. Mine is not current. Is mine currently to hand? Is that there is a tank? Is it the tank? Is it a tank? It is the tank we are talking about. With the holy bottom. I mean, no one's going to see it. Obviously when the turret is on, which I believe we're going to pretend. Which I think is going to actually be this anyway. Yes, it is. Right. No one is going to see the bottom. But it's really annoying. It's not just me, right? Not just me. Look at the tunnel under a climb. Oh, you know what? Keep going back to Warhammer shop because you can be like, oh, can I just build an orc place? You could literally stick. I haven't got the orc model because they're in the car. Put them in the same place. You could literally have like orcs hiding underneath if you were not. I'm saying you need to go and acquire lots of on sprue, but Warhammer World had an orc that you could build on sprue. They do change what they have, so you could quite easily like have them somehow. That could be quite cool. And be like, oh no, when it dies, bleh, and then be like, oh no, these orcs are coming out. Again, check does go wait. Dawns have a solid bottom. I think I remember you saying that you've added the solid bottom to it. Did you post it before? The holes have been filled. It's just because you use it like a 3D printed. I might ask what's to 3D print something. I'll be like, can you? But apart from mine is already built, it's gonna be a pain in the bum. Or I might put something over it. Have we got any? We have. And even like the hypocrites haven't got anything in it. I think he is out today, I think he said. But bear with me, chat. Obviously, bear with me quite a lot here. Because you're not just like camo base at the bottom. Be like, nobody's gonna know. I mean, to be fair, no one's gonna know. How would they know? How would they know? I made this to see about camoing, doing some cloth to put on. So like this, oh no, I'll directly put it on my, I just realised that. Okay. As good as Zandari dust. So you see this back panel here. Imagine if he actually appeared. Oh my god, I just saw a message pop up and I was like, oh. So I'm going to use for this. This is actually a piece of leftover power armor material that your tree dyed. I was about to say made. Well, I didn't really make the cloth. I dyed the cloth. I was going to put that across here. Yes, I said, bear with me and use your imagination here, chat. Instead, and then find something, put string or something to make it look like it's held down. Otherwise, like, oh, put on from the outside of the tank door. If I need to see, that doesn't need to see the inside. That's quite handy because otherwise it'd be quite. But yeah, it just stands high enough. It's just got a clip either side. So weird, and I know other people have said the same, right? So then I thought I could then either unravel it so that it actually covers up the men who are inside. I was thinking, no, I like just plastic, please. I think with their guns, I am just painting them dry brushing silver, depending on what I feel like doing right now. That's the thing. I've seen them use tea to make stain marks on words, I see. That's, yeah, they dip like the tea bag on it, don't you, and do it like, drop that on it. What did I do? I could do that on there, try that on there. I did have some, you know, medical gauze, which I know is likely to be in the other room. To then make like a camo knitting. I don't think I'm using it. What colour am I looking for, chat? Silver. I can't remember the lead voucher. To be honest, it's going to be silver. did that one so well. Oh, so that many ones you did. Prey level. Oh, thank you! I was like, ooh, so I'm gonna like try and maybe like drape it. This is not the right brush to be doing that with. Potentially you are. Thank you. I thought, oh, I'm just gonna try this and just see how it goes, really. Ooh. He's really not letting up tonight. It's still like ridiculously hot. Somebody I knew was like, my friend, she lives, I think it's an hour and a half from me. I was speaking to her today and she's like, oh, so I said, because her son's at Bloodfest, some heavy metal festival up north. And then she's like, oh yeah, it's a bit worried because it's like, they put the tent up like Tuesday and then it rained, they had to wait for dry, and I was like, you had rain? Like, yeah, we had to wait for the tent to dry. I was like, you had rain? There has been no rain here. I was like, what do you mean? What is this rain you speak of? Rain? You know what I mean? It's like, what? Literally, it's an hour and a half from me. I was like, rain? What is this madness? I did see something going, oh, we could be turning. Well, some other people said the same, that they had rain like last time I streamed. I was like, did you? This is news to me. Oh, we not had rain. Try it out, wet wipes cover you. So, that's quite a cool idea. Yes, yeah, I guess, because then they'll have like the same kind of texture, wouldn't they? Because not everybody's going to have like medical gauze lying around either. So mine was quite out of date. So I was like, you know what? Let's give this a whirl. So I did. Cool whip. That's quite good. I have got to say, I'm quite amazed actually. My wet wipes, I bought them last year for Latitude and they were still usable this year. I was very surprised because I thought they're only Morrison's. They're probably going to dry out between now and the following year. And they were fine. Have to try it with a wet wipe next time. See, we're all for the facts here. Just to paint that one black as well. Right, but this might be our name. The Grid Mark Podium channel does loads of stuff with cloth and the hairs. Oh really? Oh, Grimduck. I don't know why I didn't read that correctly the first time. I don't say it'll be. That sounds really good to like use like a wet wipe. It's more of what you're gonna have to hand than a medical gauze. I like Flop on top of the rhino. Cute, right? Cute. He had to come along. He's kind of a bit like, oh, I'm gonna be out of place here, but Scamby's like, no, come on. Also try and get more pictures with Scabby, because Scabby's actually Warhammer, but I was like, oh, little Vault Boy. He has to partake, doesn't he? Everyone loves little Vault Boy, right? And he just fitted in the thing. That black is dead. I don't know if I'm going back again this year, to be fair. How about it's the black one in here? Oh, I think actually, oh no, it isn't here. I was like, I'm sure I've got a spare one in here. I have. Potentially maybe going back, but maybe not till next year. motivated. Ye did. He did. Time did not go slow with the jet. Love it. He's good. He enjoyed Latitude. Oh no, it's been quite full on with your girl at the moment. Latitude, Terra was away the start of July, away the end of July for good old. Well, I don't understand this gun here. Wait, Latitude, and then I was away again start of April, August. Okay, what month are we in? It was the dust though. The dust, my god. It was good. He enjoyed it. He saw some of the acts. I realise I painted some of the gun, which probably is why this doesn't make sense. I think the next Latitude is, they have already released the date, to be fair. Unsurprisingly, the end of July. I think the next one is next year. I mean, usually about a year. Why have you got 2 Ps on your wet palette? I was told because of the copper, it should help prevent it going mouldy, apparently. By those who have one, a wet palette. If you put copper in it, I was like, well, the only copper I've probably got is 2 Ps. So we'll see. So, or to be fair, like once I finish streaming, I leave the lid off, so then it dries. But if you want to keep it obviously wet, I was told it's just, it hasn't gone mouldy yet. So this was a top tip in chat. I believe it was go back in chat. I believe he told me that. If I'm wrong, don't blame me or him. I thought, ah, top tip. I'll put the silver back. That's clever. Forever learning. So I've never had a wet palette before, so I haven't had it that long. No, like copper. Copper can help. Might need this one on. I have paint for months in the wet palette before, and it was it fine? Had it gone mouldy at all? Was it alright? Well, you said it was fine to use, so I'm presuming that actually answered my question there. I don't really like the way he's holding his gun, but that's not to do with how I've stuck him on, it's literally the model. How he's been designed. Don't particularly like it. The only thing, I bet it could go morning. No, probably. Probably. I'm like, ooh. That would not be nice, would it? I do open it very carefully when I haven't used it for like a week, and I'm like, alright, we're good, we're good. my life in your hands though when doing that. And it plugs into the wall, but you know when you're like, oh, let's get where it needs to be. Just have to somehow glue him back on. I've got silver paint. No, I mean silver paint. I've got super glue downstairs. Posture check. Thank you. What have I done the bottom? Oh, I just missed Master Yev's message. 34 minutes ago. 35 stream streak him. Something feels wrong. I swear it's all over the place. And I think Tundra put on his X account. My posture went crack. Oh no. I swear Tundra put on his X about other people on his channel saying how odd their stream streak is. And I said, yeah, it doesn't make sense. Be interesting, so next time you're saying you drop in, not saying you have to turn on Tuesday, but if you turn up on Tuesday, yes, I'm not gonna be that late. Wow. 7. Should be good. It'll be interesting to see if it goes, you are now back to 1 or minus. Because it's funny, because he was saying the same thing. Everyone's all over the show. Right, that's all I'm going to paint tonight because I'm far too tired. Oh, this is a Kriegi boy backpack. Right, we're going to focus about that. Keeping it in there. I'm going to put the arm back in there. I just said posture check. I moved my lumbar pillow up. Not sure why, because that was even more uncomfortable, to be fair. Well, not uncomfortable, but made a difference. I wasn't sure how much was in there, so I couldn't quite see it. So I'd be like, I thought it was cool and I made it quite strong. It's one of the, oh, I can show you this in the light, I've got to turn it upside down. Yeah, Gecko, I was about to say, I got one of these cups from Gecko from Burger King. So they change colour. You put them in the fridge or they're really cold, they change colour. That one is the dark navy or dark purple, I think. So thank you for them. They're so cool, they're so cool. Wanted to play, wanted to follow in Vegas, just saw you were online, I want to say hi. Ah, nice. Thank you so much, Beef Bates, for coming in and enjoy your evening. Thank you for coming in and checking in on the welfare of my lovely little vault boy. Enjoy, enjoy. Let's put this tag back behind me. Love them. They're so good. Be cold, and they obviously also hold it quite cold as well. It's hot when it's literally has sweated. So it will be a normal stream on. Yes, I'm trying to take this glove off completely. Oh, the hand thing finally came off on the temporary tattoo I had on of henna tattoo, which I had on at Latitude. That lasted. When did it come off? Thursday. I was thinking, what did I work? I was away on Friday, so it came off on Thursday. So it lasted 2 weeks. I put it on the Saturday of Latitude. So 2 weeks? Something like that. So if you want really good temporary tattoos, especially henna ones, Temu is the place to be. It must have been 2 weeks. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, 2 weeks. And that's on my right hand, which is my dominant hand. Pretty impressive. And I washed the car at the time as well, and did washing it I'm cooked. So it's not like I wasn't using that hand. And I did shower. Just the once, you know. 2 weeks. No doubt I did actually shower more than that. twice. Oh dear. Right, where are we? I'm going to show you. So we're going to be streaming, fingers crossed, normal Tabletop Tuesday. We'll be painting some more of my my Necrons. I think I've still got up here that I need to do the guns of. I'll see. So I might be finishing off my Necrons, which are in the box here, or I'll be doing some more of my Never-Ending Krieg or something. And then on Friday, Fallout Friday. I can't think what time I'm finishing work again on Friday. I know it's a very long week. May or may not stream on Friday because I want to try and do 2 streams a week drop down, so I have an evening and some time to myself to try and get on with content. I have a lot of videos on my phone that I need to now edit and upload because it's now running out of everything else. Oh, memory. Thank you so much for the hydrate. I see it sneak in there. I see it sneak in. So I want to try and get into content, so I'm gonna just drop down to 2 streams. It was done trying to do 3, so like I streamed tonight because I wasn't here on Friday, so Friday stream I might not do. There's Fallout Friday. I'll see how I feel, because then on Sunday, so this is when chat challenged me to do a stream challenge where I paint a model. I'd buy one of the Fallout Mephidius burst and paint the model in one of my power armor helmets. But I'm gonna switch that up. So I was gonna then do it as a GoFundMe for a friend who is very unfortunate, to have either 10 months on the NHS or pay 50 grand to have heart surgery. But nah, he doesn't want to have a GoFundMe. Now I was like, you know what, if you change your mind, let me know. Because then I don't want him to suddenly change his mind again and go, you have 15 grand, help to get 15 grand would be nice. So that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shorten it because it'll be 5 years since I've been on Twitch. But technically I haven't streamed for all that time because I was finishing a big 4-year course, then personal reasons. So I probably, I don't stream every day. So don't lie, I've worked more than my fair share festival. You could be staying in the shower. I've showered once in the whole 2 weeks. That's true. Festivals are like, restart showers are latitude are nicer because they're in the guest area, so they're posher. Makes you feel like you can shower. Oh, I love it. So I'm going to do something a little bit special on Sunday because it's the only available weekend day that I can do in August. So I'll be celebrating me. I think chat found out it was like 5 years since I become affiliate on Twitch. So I was thinking we're going to start off, because when I used to stream I also used to do some baking streams, cooking streams from the Fallout cookbook, which I haven't done again for personal reasons, and I just haven't gone back to it. Also because I don't have the time to then go back and film Vault Boy making the stuff for the Fallout cookbook and then posting it. I've got another video of him. If you saw the Dusty's Brahmin Burgers video, I made the rolls as well, so I'm going to be doing a video for that. I've also got the Skyrim and Star Wars cookbook we want to work through as well. Hello Plate, welcome in Plate. How are you doing? Another fabulous mini painter here in chat. So I think we're going to start off on Sunday. I'm not quite sure what time yet. Watch the space. This is going to be a fun stream. I'm going to make Piper's, toss between Piper's cider bread, which I do love, my favourites, or buff outs. I'm not sure. I don't know, or I might try and make something savoury, I'm not sure, and then I will literally like BRB and then come back up here and then we'll do, I don't know, to play it Fallout or not, we'll see, or we'll get on and do paint this chap, which is Swan, which is from Mephidius. And then, I wasn't sure then if we did a little bit of Fallout, I'd do a bit of the cooking stream, maybe play a little bit of Fallout, and then also maybe do Yarrick, but then probably go back to doing the cooking stream, we'll be painting this chap. If I was to do Swan, sorry, it's a bit shiny, still in cellophane. Norse Paints, welcome in. I would build this before stream because it's resin and needs a wash. Ah, welcome in, welcome in. That is for me. Where are we? Welcome. Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Norse Paints. Thank you so much. Let me give you a... Oh, I just had a horrible feeling I said your name wrong. I was like, no, it's Norse. Thank you so much, November E, for the follow. Thank you. What were you miniaturing? What were you doing? What models were you doing? Notorious, thank you so much as well for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. So my name is Crazy MCR Angel. You could call me any of that part of the name, people. Some people just call me Crazy. Some call me Angel, some MCR, whichever, Crazy Angel, whichever you want to call me, you can. So I am generally, predominantly, I am a Fallout content creator cosplayer. This is all of me and my cosplays. I should have been at a Morphidius launch event this Friday, but unfortunately got postponed yet again, the second time. So instead I went to Warhammer World. As one does. This is all me, so I also do Warhammer. So I have got Daughters of Cain, Necrons, and I'm slowly doing a Krieg army, all Astra Militarum. But that is me. Let's go back, let's go back, let's go back. Live stream. So I was just saying to chat, so I stream 3 times a week. I do Tabletop Tuesdays, where we do everything tabletop. What have I got here? Let's just take out this, because you don't really want to see my wet palette, do you? I don't have a lot on my desk. We were just painting these boys to sit in it. Where's the big boy? Little. A Wrangle Dawn. Okay, can't really show you from that. The bottomless one. What else have I got here? I can show all newcomers. I have got 2 hippogriffs up to my side, which have a bottom. For talk of the tonight. Got a Sentry book, which I do love, which I think I'm going to keep on my desk. This is a Morphidius model. I need to, the thing is, because they're resin, I really need to varnish them. This is not my model that I did not paint, but I purchased as a reference for myself while I was painting, and the one Kriegi boy that I have painted. I have 2 Kriegi boys that I have painted. I'm going to change up their bases, so we have a hard time striking. So their backpacks are here, for example. There's one that's painted in the trunk, so they will clip to the back. This is what I'm going to stick on their bases. I'm going to shake it so you can see bones, skulls. That's what I'm going to stick to the Krieg base once they're all done. That's a brief introduction. So I've got various Fallout cosplays. I really want to do a Krieg cosplay. As you may have seen, I got a Nuka-Cola Power Armor, Nukatron, both all handmade. Vault suits, which are handmade, but I now recently bought one because the other one is like falling apart, and the previous one is really old. Nuka Gal and Miss Nuka World, and I have a couple of other Fallout cosplays I'd like to do. So my last cosplay I made and finished was for last February, London final competition, where I came second, which really isn't bad when I can't move in power armor, which I'm quite pleased about. And then I used the same cosplay again at the end of the year, and I came first in the competition. That's me. Fallout relating as well, like when I sort of about the Fallout series, I bought some Fallout Ducks from Black Dragon in Nottingham. I think some nerdy shop. They're like, oh yeah, this series, some series ducks. I said, yeah, so I'm a Fallout content creator. I was like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, the series. I was like, my claim to fame is Bethesda asked me to base 1 and 2 premieres of the Fallout series. So I'm like, and I've done some other events as well, like with Morphidius and also Fallout London. Pretty damn cool. Alright, catch up. Let me come and go back. see you while on stream, I guess. Busy to watch streams? Oh no, how are you doing? So my big streams, so I stream on Tuesdays. Tabletop Tuesdays, Fallout Fridays. Can't I give the clue in the names. And then we do fun days, Sunday fun days. But I have had no time to do any content creating. The only time I get to paint is when I'm streaming. So I have all of my Astra Militarum. I've got some here. I have some in the box here. I have some in the box behind me. I have more in the spare room. And I swear I've got bits down. Yes, I have got parts of my Baneblade downstairs. So I need to actually have time to finish and put together. So I think I'm going to be dropping my Sunday streams just for the time being because I have been super busy this year. There hasn't been every month since, is it May? March? April? March? I have been some way or form away. So whether it's just like one night, 2 nights, a week, not a week, like a couple of days, I have been away and I'm like, I need to have time. So I might be changing up, apart from I am streaming tonight because I wasn't here on Friday because I was at Warhammer World. So next week, Friday is question mark because I have a very busy week. The Sunday we're doing a special stream because it will be around the time I became an affiliate on Twitch for 5 years. I'll explain about that more in a second as well. Tonight, I hope you're doing well, Plate, though. I could get a stream. I'd love to. It's just then needing an evening to do it. Which I would like to then try and get back to doing at least Vault Boy. So I have a little Vault Boy doll. He's currently up there. He goes everywhere. He came to Warhammer World as well, because obviously he does. And I used to do like little videos from the Fallout cookbook. So I want to get back into doing that again. Alright, love the Sims heart, thank you. My friend made it, then he was like, oh, I can make it in different colours, you just pop it out. So he 3D printed it so it comes off. So I can pop it out and then put the new one in. I was like, I super glued the base so that it stuck in there so you could pull it out. I was like, I stuck it in because I said I wear it on stream. So if I bent forward, it would fall out. Oh no, I can't put it back in now. There we go. Cool, innit? Who doesn't love The Sims? We've been procrastinating for 3 hours. Really? Oh yeah, I don't blame you. What was the procrastination for? We love procrastination. We had the coziest chat stream I've been part of in a long time. Oh nice, in a long while. See, sometimes that is really nice, isn't it? I mean, I could sit here for hours and just chat. Okay, it's chat news. Usually what happens, especially when I finish Fallout, when it's winter, the Fallout blanket, which I have got here, which stays on my gaming chair, it comes out and then we get cozy with crazy. And then when it's too warm for the blanket right now, and then we just sit and talk. I'm like, right, I'm going to end soon. And then it's like 10 hours later. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'll turn it around actually. Nice to meet you. And you as well. Thank you so much for coming in with the raid. Thank you so much, everyone. What does everyone do? Tell me. Are you all miniature people? Do you collect? Do you build? Do you have armies? Do you do? Doesn't have to be Warhammer. We have fantasy, D&D, say Fallout. Nice Creekman. Thank you so much. Your Astro Retirement look impressive. Thank you, Robin. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So I have got. It was a bit of tank turret here, which I tried to do the metallic on. First time doing that. I've got, I think that's just a box of sprue right now. I have nothing else to really excitingly show you. I've got some Necrons. This is my Necron to finish pile. So I need to fix him because he broke again. I've got to do all their guns. And I don't know where the other ones are because they're not on my shelf where they should be. But I like the colour. I did go for the Thunderhawk blue. So I do like that. I just can't wait to get like an item finished and then I can like video it and then upload it and be like, this is my fantastic model. I like that because you can just put them in. I love that because they can just open it up. I'll leave that there so you can actually see it. Most of the people in a raid do minis, nice! Warhammer and Mordheim, oh really? But we have D&D campaigns, hobby Sundays, so many hobbies are welcome. Oh, that's quite fun. That's quite fun. I must just say that the most impressive little thing I saw was Warhammer World. I'm correct in thinking Mordheim is Lord of the Rings, aren't I? I took a picture of these to send to Gecko. Oh, Gandalf! The Hobbit House. These aren't mine, these are in Warhammer World. If anyone thinks they're mine. And then this is just like, well, look at that one. Oh, let me get back to Nurgle. Made a Discord as well. That's really fun. I like that kind of community. So a bit like us, we've got Warhammer folks, we've got Fallout folk. So I have got, like, for example, another one. I've got the Mysterious Stranger sitting here. I've got some Fallout scenery, which is still in the process, so I might add some of that dirt to here if I've got any left. I always keep that there as a, this is what we did last, easy sort of chatting stream. I can just sit and paint along. That's what I like, having a really nice like community. That means you can be any form of miniature based, and it's really nice because we all learn off each other. We all learn, you know, I've learned a lot from other miniature painters. It doesn't have to be Warhammer. I also love Lord of the Rings. They're so cool, aren't they? They are so cool. It's really cheap as well to collect and start doing the Lord of the Rings ones as well, which is quite depressing, isn't it? It's great because they're so small. But I might be doing this one. So next Sunday is going to be a more special stream. So I have, talking to Discord, I can put my Discord link up. So if you are wanting to come in to help me celebrate, be like marking 5 years on Twitch. I know I haven't been streaming 5 years straight. I'll have to put that twice. But then who does? So I'm going to start off by doing a little baking cooking stream because that's what I used to do. I used to cook / bake on stream, and then I would stop and then I would go and play Fallout 76 it would have been. So I'm going to kind of go back to that. So do a little like cooking, either Piper's soda bread, which I love, or buff belts. They're two of my favourite recipes. There is a birthday cake in there that I really love as well, and I'm like, could do, but then I don't want to go bake it, come up here and then go back down to rejig everything, because I'm going to have like a BRB. I have got a channel for that, a screen, so I can then be like quick grab the laptop, come up here and just get on up here. So I'm thinking of saving this. I was going to get a Fallout bust from Ophidius to paint, but then I was like, I have got Swan from Fallout. And I was challenged by chat to wear a helmet whilst I was painting, but it depends on, I'm not gonna lie, on the weather. Because if it's hot like it is now, I'm gonna die wearing a helmet while painting. I have got the Mechanist, a little model as well, which if it is sort of okay, I might build him instead, or paint him. I would build before stream because our resin still need to be washed and then I need to prime them. So I might try and paint the Mechanist. It's a Fallout model whilst wearing a helmet or something, or wear like a little bit. The Swan is a big box, and then either that or I play, or if I save them for another day, I might bake. I might play 76 and then have a break, or something, and then stop. And then I've got Yarrick. I can also maybe build a little bit of everything. So I haven't quite decided yet because I kind of just changed my mind on things. I do nails and puzzles. It's not even in the video. Oh, my nails are boring. They have to be for work, unfortunately. My toes, though. My toes are currently still on pedicure, natural pedicure. I mean the basic paint, not gel or anything. Orange, sparkly orange with then like confetti stuff on top. Confetti, like clear, it's got like confetti bits in. But that's really good. That's like working miniature if you're painting nails. That's miniature. And puzzles, you know, putting it in the box, you know, that's miniature. Don't look at me, machine have fans. They do. So my Nuka-Cola, or my Nukatron and my Nuka-Cola Power Armor have fans, but then they'll be like really noisy because my headset will have to sit here, so they'll be really noisy, unfortunately. I know, I was thinking if it is going to be super hot, that might do. I am literally sitting here sweating right now. I'm hoping it would be cooler, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll know a bit closer to time, so it might just be baking, playing a bit of 76, a little bit of everything. So it's going to be a longer stream on Saturday, as well to fit everything in. So it's a little bit more special. So I might do the mechanism because it is a smaller model than this Beastie Boy. I think he's going to come out about the same size as him. So that might be more possible, might be more doable. We'll see. I just sort of think, but I thought I'm not going to... I was hoping I could pick the bust up from this weekend, but then I thought I already have got a couple of spare models that I could do, which would be quite cool. Well, there's welcome. I've learned so much. Oh, it's incredible, right? It's incredible that I've done that tiny little detail. But yeah, unfortunately, mine have to be like that. Hand ones have to be like that for work purposes. Only time you'll probably capture me with any like a manicure on is if I'm going to con or I don't know, a wedding. I'll even be bothered then, probably not. Who goes to weddings? Not many. Or Christmas, maybe. But then my gel kit I've got is cheap because it was a training kit type thing, so it's really not great. Cheap and cheerful, if you know what I mean. Not professionally last. After Dreamland, have a great rest of the stream, please. Oh, thank you so much, Play. I'll give you another shout out. Another fabulous mini painter in chat right now, and also somebody you can learn lots of facts about because we're all about sharing facts, sharing and caring for each other. That's what I love. That is what I love. Thank you, everyone. So, watch this space for this will be for next Sunday's stream, so I'll put the more details on my Discord. I might put it onto my Instagram. I said because I have not really had a chance to stop and think, so I actually have. I know I've just been away Friday night and Saturday night, but then today it's like been a can't sit think about it kind of day. Tomorrow is my another day off, an actual day off that I don't work on a Monday. So we'll see. I'll try and think a bit more of it and then sort of promote it. It'll now just be a fun stream because I said I was going to do it as a GoFundMe for a friend, but now it's like don't feel like they don't want that now, if that makes sense. So I was like, that's completely fair. Totally understand that's completely fair, but you know, I said keeping it open, but we'll have just a fun little stream, so a little bit of everything. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to decide what time to start realistically. How much? So the mechanism might be good, put the helmet on to see. But this one would be fun. I did originally start off just to stream and see how long it can paint. I mean, I can change it around. I can then just sit and then just paint someone like Swan, and we don't stop until it's painted. Which, if you know my streams, not a lot gets done because we end up chatting, and also I'm very slow at painting. This is why I'm having it on a Sunday, because I don't work Mondays. I work Sundays, but I booked next Sunday off completely. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yawning is contagious, isn't it? So I know I can't really give more facts and fictions. I haven't, to be honest, had much time to think about it, apart from if it's going to be hot like today. That ain't going to be pretty for anyone. I feel like, right, gonna put a filter on to sit further back from the camera in the dark. Oh. Right, let me put that. I'll put my other links back in. So I'll be back on Tuesday, any old house. So hopefully, at least by Tuesday, I'll know a little bit more that is going on, as in what I have decided. Have a great night. No worries at all. Thank you so much for coming in and so much for the follow. I'm now going to find someone to raid any old how. There we go. Put the links in there. It has to come up double because it does. Right, let's. You start sticking to things. It's like oof, oof. Oh. We have some. We always have amazing people. You took up Belly Battle Ready Day 2 Warhammer. Wow, okay. Looks like a tournament. Right, okay, so I am currently looking to see who we could go. My eyes getting slightly blurry. It's like, what is going on? Okay, I think we know who we're going to raid into. We're going to go into somebody who is... Oh, why have we suddenly done that? Don't do that. We're going to raid into... Make sure there are so many. We have not. We're gonna go. Oh, look, Painty Paints. I see Mez is in there. I see Mez is in there. We're gonna go into Painty Paint because Painty Paint always drops in. I can't see anyone else from today as well as come in. And I Painty Paints swear jar. Ooh, they have a swear jar going right now. Right, let me raid up. I'll come in and see Painty Paint because Painty Paint always drops in to say hello. Let's go and see. So I'll be back on Tuesday and hopefully I'll have a little bit more planned about the Sunday stream. I'm hoping if I maybe do the smaller model I can be able to wear my helmet. I'll see also how the weather is looking. So I'll keep you posted, but I hope you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I am now gonna go and be like, yes, I can chill into a Monday. I just had time off. But one night, 2 days off. But yeah, good to see you all. I said I will catch back for Sunday special stream. We might be painting him. I could do a bit of challenge in maybe not the detail wearing a helmet. We'll see. Maybe like a base painting. But yeah, so take care everyone. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Hope you get the rest of your evening and a good night. And hopefully see you all on Tuesday as well.